project. I'm a biologist. I work for the National Science History Museum in Brussels. It's Laurie.
Hello everyone. It's nice to be here tonight. I'm working for the main non-profit organization, environmental organization based in Wallonia in Brussels called Notagora. And I'm with Alice, co-founder of Bloomeria. I'm going to talk to you a bit more about it now.
Yes, so today we're going to speak as much as ecology than crypto, I think. So the idea behind Bloomeria is to try to build a platform to buy and to safeguard green areas thanks to cryptocurrencies. That's the idea of our project. It's been some months now that we are working on it, so it's still continually we are still conceptualizing the project, but also making it more real each day. So we want to explain to you what are the big deals of the idea behind Bloomeria. First of all, the three missions that we want to reach with the organization is obviously to fund nature protection conservation projects. That's the main idea. We also want to boost the existing environmental organizations as well as the citizens, because one of the main challenge that we saw in these topics is that most of citizens or organizations are well aware of the problems but cannot really act as much as they want because the lack of financing. So the idea is also to bring some new kinds of financing behind these goals. So three objectives that we want to reach. How to allow existing organizations to, as I said, access new way of funding. Also, we are very into the participative governance aspect of crypto. So one idea is also to bring to citizens a new way to get involved into these topics, and also to allow them to access new management tools to how we can manage these green areas. So basically, the main idea is to tokenize actually plot of lands via NFTs. So I don't know if everyone is familiar, yes, with the term of NFTs, because we have one table, but I don't know if it's the case for everyone here. Yeah, cool. Okay, so our idea, so it's not only to create NFTs, but also to include in it a lot of data, actually, and to allow us also to sell them to different publics, citizens, but also companies. We will talk about it later, but at first we want to include into the NFTs the scientific data about the plot of land that we want to protect. Basically, I don't know if everyone is familiar with the concept, but when you try to evaluate the quality, the biological quality of a land, you can assess to the land a biological index, for example, of the according to the number of species that you find on your land or things like this, so you can assess a quality index of the quality of the land. The idea is also to link to the NFT a CO2 certificate, so the quantity of CO2 that your land will offset, so that if we get the certification, you can also sell your NFT as a CO2 offsetting certificate, which is very interesting for a lot of companies who try to reach the carbon neutrality. And the last aspect is, as I said, also about governance, so how we can include to the NFT some voting rights for the functioning of our organization too.
So basically, regarding the tokenomics, you have plot A, green land that you want to safeguard, and then you tokenize it into into NFTs, and you can add, as Alice said, several datas, CO2 certificates, global governance, voting rights. Then we want to create a DAO, so it's, as you probably know, it's a decentralized organization and autonomous, and then so the DAO will receive the sale proceeds and also fit for secondary sale, and then the NFT buyers will have several voting rights, because we also think that, as Alice just said, we want to involve the citizens or the people that that invest in the NFTs in the project, because right now when you want to invest or if you want to donate to an environmental organization, the best that you can receive is a newsletter, basically. So we want to involve more the citizens that want to be involved, because that's not the case for everyone. And it's also interesting for the companies that want to work on their ESG score, so the score that's concern their sustainable way of doing things, of doing business, their governance, and their social impact on the world. So we are right now involved in 2 European projects, a European call among Horizon Europe. I mean, it's not done. We're working with partners in order to create and to work on with the consortium. And so the first goal is to finance and develop nature in cities with NFTs. So the idea is to tokenize nature projects or just trees in cities, because, as you know, trees and nature is important in cities to improve the air quality, to decrease the temperature, to bring back also biodiversity in cities. And so the idea is to have just to picture the project QR codes on trees or on garden, that people just would just wander in the cities and see the QR code, scan it, and be able to invest in this project, buying NFTs. And then they will receive different information buying these NFTs, like, as we said, CO2 certificates. It's especially interesting for companies, not really for citizens. It might be, but not always. And they can be also involved with voting rights. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, the important thing here is in this call, they want to involve communities, artists. So the idea here is also to work with communities, local communities, and enable artists to work on the NFTs and to create with them some original NFTs and add some artistic work in it. And so the second call, still in Horizon Europe funding, it's about rewilding, and then it's the same ideas, except that, so the rewilding concept is it's very simple. It's buying some lands and just let nature just be. So doing nothing, keep the dead trees, just doing nothing, and let nature regenerate itself, and let the animals do what they want to do. And so it's not, I mean, in this call, the Commission wants us to be sustainably, economically viable, which is not really compatible with rewilding, because you can't take profits from the land. So the idea is to finance rewilding with NFTs and put really the focus on companies and saying to them, okay, if you want to protect nature and offset your carbon, then work with NFTs, because using the blockchain you will be totally transparent, and you'll be able to tell your client, okay, I really did it. I really did finance this project. It's not just about communication, and we did that for that amount of money and for that specific project. this is our partners right now. We're working with Earthwatch, which is a big environmental organization based in UK, doing mainly research on environment. Then a big organization based in Rome, doing research on citizens science mainly. MIT University, they're an open university on technology. BEA, they are organization, consultancy organization. They work with the smart contracts. They monitor environmental parameters, and they just build platforms based on blockchain technology. So we're working with them in regarding the European projects. And we were part of a kernel fellowship. I don't know if you know about this project. They're amazing. This is a Gitcoin project. The idea here is to gather people, and this is if you're interested to enter the world of Web3, is amazing because you learn to launch your Web3 project, and you have mentors, and you can just build amazing partnerships there. And we are also working with people working on permaculture in Mexico, then ASPAS, which is a big French organization creating rewilding reserves. And then we were also working with a specialist on estimation of CO2 forest emissions. So, just to summarize, we want our platform our future platform to offer new fundraising tools, because we address people, citizens, or environmental organizations that want to find the money to finance their nature projects, their reserves. We address also companies that want to have impacts on nature projects and improve their ESG score. We want to bring new collaborative management tools, because we want us to be a DAO, then administrative simplification because of the transparency, because of the easiness, and a visibility from an international network for all these organizations. So we are 3 right now. Me, Alice, and Thibaut, with blockchain and Web3 advisor in the team, and big data and artificial intelligence specialist. I just wanted to talk to you just a bit about Klima. I don't know if some of you heard about them. We think it's an amazing project, an amazing DAO. Just a few words, because we think it's what's next about Bloomeria and about what we want to do. This is a DAO that basically wants to be the bridge between Web3 and the traditional carbon market. This is their aim. So they want to bring a new platform, a new service that will be more transparent, more easy. It will be more easy for people to invest in projects related to CO2 and to CO2 offsets with that, because just buy the token and invest in the project of your choice and offset your carbon. If you want more information, I suggest that you have a look on the website. It's for people that are interested in environment and blockchain. Everyone is talking about Klima right now on Twitter. So that's it. I think if you have some questions, don't hesitate. Yeah.
It's a very interesting project. My question is about the actual use case. So just maybe for me to understand it also better, and maybe for to So let's say that that I own a company and I want to buy a piece of land in Wallonia. I would have to first approach the owner of that land, or would that owner already have his, so to say, his offer out there?
No, so the idea is that the owner work with us. So as a company, you can just buy, I think, I would say the service. So you can choose the land of your choice and see how many CO2 you want to offset. And so that's really a service that we want to offer to the company. So no, you don't have to contact the owner.
But the owner would have to first himself tokenize that piece of land that he owns.
Yeah, as we said, we will tokenize the land. So what we have to do is to find the owner which agreed to work with us. But no, everything is in charge. That's why it's a big project. That's why it takes time. But the idea is really to have a platform which is really easy to use, and all you have to do is to choose which project you want to fund.
Just the second follow-up question is about the partnerships that you mentioned and the applications for the Horizon projects. You mentioned that you are working with those partners and you are currently applying for Horizon, or you've already applied?
No, we are currently applying.
Applying, okay. And in these partners have already, you are applying with them as a consortium? Yeah,
not totally booked. We are still looking for one or two partners, but yeah, these people are already working with us, yes.
Thank you.
You talk about the companies and the legal, maybe they can make some like legal things to get some discount in the, I think for the taxes that you talk about. Did I remember wrong? So did you already go and find out what the legal issues with the cryptocurrency and this project, with the companies and the legal institutions? Is there a base already in Belgium? Because as far as I know, the Belgium is not that crypto-savvy country, and I'm just curious about the progress and what's going on.
We didn't talk about taxes. It's about ESG score. It's a way companies right now are more and more interested in working on this score regarding governance, environmental actions, social impacts. We are not built as a startup or a company. We are a non-profit organization. So everything here is about giving. I mean, people are not investing; they are just they're financing environmental projects. So regarding the taxes, right now this is not our main focus, but it will be in the following months, and we also work with, of course, as we want to work on the CO2 certification, we will work with a certification company, of course.
Maybe just to add something. Taxes and certification are not the same thing. As Laurie said, you can enter in your score the carbon that you offset. You cannot have a financial advantage from it in this way, but you can. I don't remember the name, but there are a lot of index that companies ask now to try to reach to be more sustainable or have the better social impact. So that can enter in your calculation this way, but.
They can like show this as a, okay, we are contributing to the ESG score. Like, did you check the legal? Is it like
that's why we, as Laurie said, we have to try to work with certificator that agree, and so that's already the case from some blockchain projects. So we are not the first ones to do that.
Yeah, the thing to know is that it's such a new field that obviously there is still not fully legislations all about that. So one of the first rules in entrepreneurship is as we like to say, is don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness, because otherwise you never do anything, right? So as long as you do something that is for the good of society and that you're willing to work with the legislator and then to find ways, you will gonna find ways. But then we need to keep building. Like, we cannot wait. That's my question here. Then.
Sorry, just to continue in terms of sort of comprehending the whole system, how it works. So you find landowners who already are willing to do this kind of projects, and then you kind of facilitate them getting financing from enterprises in a sense. So whatever the NFT sells for, let's say, that money ends up to the landowner, just in the case of the rewilding, that he doesn't do anything to the land, basically.
Yeah, there is two aspects, I would say. The idea is to work on small projects with landowners, but basically also to work with existing organizations that already manage some areas or do not manage in the case of rewilding. So in this case, when it comes to the organization, actually.
Yeah, thank you for your presentation. It's a very interesting project. I wanted to ask you, how can people here tonight help you with actionable steps to move your project forward? So I guess this project is really great, and how can we support you, people here in this room? What can we do to help your project?
That's a great question. Actually, as I showed you, we are 3 in the team, and we have also other jobs. So if some of you want to join the team and work with us, would be great. I mean, we are lacking mainly a communication, a specialist, because I think at this point of the project, communication is the key. This is a job in itself, and we plan on hiring one in the European project. But we really need someone with great at it. We also need maybe some. We have no IT background. We're working with Thibaut, but he's working with us as a side project. So that's why also we need to work with some BEIA RMIT who are specialists in writing smart contracts, because this is not something that we do. Yeah.
And also one difficulty that we didn't see is that talking about crypto in the ecological world is sometimes very difficult, because people who are very involved in these problems, they run away. Oh, crypto, Bitcoin has an horrible ecological footprint, as everybody knows. So I think something that maybe would help us also is if you add a network also in the ecological world, spread the word about crypto, about how crypto can help us, and basically how what we can do with this technology is the goal. It's not the technology itself, but how can we use it to reach something for the common good. So that's really the idea, and I think there is a lot of work to do with that too.
I just wanted to ask that it's interesting, as in the environmental world, people are very frightened or scary about the blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies, but and at the same time, this Web3 world is a way to escape the establishment, the big names that are controlling the world. This is a way to decentralize, to go back to local. So it's not easy to make people understand how the possibilities that we have with this world that is, I think, that is coming in a way or another with the years coming on. But it's tricky to communicate about that.
Yeah, sorry, we are running out of time. I know there were more questions, but after there will be time to also ask more questions. So thank you so much. Thank you for your question. Thank you for the presentation. By the way, I mean, I love the question about how can the community contribute. I think like to learn about crypto, Web3 and all of that, you can listen to all the podcasts, you can come to all the events, which are all good things, but nothing beats getting your hands dirty, working on an actual project, right? So if you love that project, go join. If nothing else, you will learn something, right? Also, like, I don't know if you're familiar with Gitcoin, but actually they're doing a next quadratic funding round in December, all about climate. So we can talk about that. We are also starting with Lane over there that can raise her hand. Hello. A new DAO called All for Climate, which is also all about crypto and climate. So really resonate with what you guys are doing. Thank you for your work. Next up, we have Guillaume, who came prepared with the right hoodie to talk about CryptoPicks. The floor is yours.
Hello, great. Thank you for the presentation that came just before me. It was really interesting and really good advice about kernel. We also participated in kernel ourselves. So if you're thinking about launching a crypto project, kernel is a really good way to accelerate the process because you learn to know a lot of people, you learn a lot of stuff concerning the space, Web3 especially. Really good advice, so I would also advise it. So yeah, I'm Guillaume, also known as Mr. Crypto Rising on the internet. I'm the founder and CEO of CryptoPick. What is CryptoPick? It's a competitive trading game that pays its players. So it means that, well, playing a video game basically means you're actually spending time and you're losing your time, right? But you could be getting something in exchange for the time that you spent in a game. Now, don't get me wrong, playing a game for fun, it's a good thing. I mean, I've spent thousands of hours playing video games, and it's something that's gonna stay, and it's needed because people need to have fun, to have some way to diversify, well, to get to just be, just to have fun. But our goal is to build a game where people learn and earn. So what do I mean by this is that there are still a lot of places where people in the world they haven't joined the whole crypto sphere because it's not accessible for everybody, whether it's from a financial point of view, whether it is from a technical point of view because it looks really complicated and you're afraid to jump in this super complicated technology, or because accessibility is not the same everywhere because we have access to cool platforms, but these platforms are not available in all the countries. Whether it is from a simple risk point of view, I mean, not everybody is ready to take a financial risk or just risk and start investing in crypto. And especially in countries in the developing world. So we have created a game where people can discover about the crypto markets in a gamified way, about how the markets work, how volatile they are, how you can trade, and all that without risking anything, but actually you're getting paid to play the game. So you're earning something in return, you're earning your first cryptocurrency by playing CryptoPick, you're earning your first NFT, so it's a really cool way to onboard people in the whole concept of crypto. I mean, I can explain what it is, but I will do it differently. I will actually just invite you all to create an account on CryptoPick.net. It's done in a couple of seconds, and we will just play one game all together. It's one huge battle. It's called the Community Battle, and it's a 5-minute game where we are all going to compete against each other. So I'll give you some time to create an account. I mean, it's more fun than to show you how the game looks like and play it myself. No, I forgot the QR code. It would have been a really smart thing to add. I'm sorry. I'm still of the world pre-corona without QR codes, but it's a good thing to add for the future. But you can just go on Google CryptoPick. The first link is what you will find. If you create an account, you should be seeing a screen with the play screen, where you have different game modes, solo, duo, and or battle royale. I'm trying to share it, but it's not working. So you should be seeing this, but on your mobile. And once you're logged in, don't play any solo or duel, because if you play that, you're gone for 5 minutes and you cannot participate in the community battle. But you should be seeing a banner, that purple banner, join the community battle. Just click on the join now button. And you should be joining this battle. So I'm gonna wait a little bit for people to join. Okay, so how does the game work? It's pretty simple. Once the game starts, it's a 5-minute game. You can see the timer right there. And you will see the Bitcoin price in real time. And you will see how volatile it is normally. And you can short or long. So short means that you think the price will go down. And if you long, you think the price will go up. And once you open one of those two positions, you will see this. So you will see your entering price, the current price, and what has changed in between both. And you will see your score. And the goal is to get a green positive score. And you can close your trade whenever you feel like it. And you can jump in another trade as many times as you want. So you can do one trade during those 5 minutes, or you can do different trades. And just remember that if you don't do any trade, you're disqualified. And if you don't close your last trade before the end of the game, you're also disqualified. And also there's going to be some noise at the beginning of the game, so just be prepared to hear some noise, but it's okay. It's fun. And we are not just playing for fun, we are actually playing for some rewards. So the top 10 players at the end of the game will be getting some pickies, which is currently in-game currency. Yeah, sure.
I closed the banner by accident. What do I do?
Yeah, that's a good question. Wait.
It's annoying. That's okay.
You can watch? Yeah, but yeah, it's because normally it's a link that we send, but it's pretty difficult to send the link over. But I think for next time, the idea of the QR code is pretty easy to implement.
That was my mistake. Sorry.
It's okay. It's both our mistakes. Anyway, I was saying that people can earn some pickies. So pickies right now is an in-game currency. It's not a cryptocurrency yet, but beginning of next year it will become a cryptocurrency. And the first place also gets some NFT. This is a Genesis NFT from CryptoPick. We launched our NFTs beginning of last year, this year. So yeah, so you're getting an NFT if you get the first place. So let's get started in a couple of seconds. All right, we have 22 people in the game. $24 people. I'm going to give you another 20 seconds and then I'll start the game. All right, we have 28 people. That's pretty cool. It's when I said that you can win something that actually people started to join. Typical. Well, we're playing to earn something, right? We're not playing for fun. All right. I'm going to start the game in 5 seconds. So sorry for those who cannot join, but I think we can do this again in the future with some other cool rewards. Right. Let's fucking go. All right. Well, good luck, everyone. So basically, you're now doing some trading on a really low time frame. So this is what a day trader would do. He would do a lot of trades in a couple of minutes. But here it's a really basic form, so you can open and close positions. Danny G is right now leading. But the idea is to really gamify this. So it's not the goal to really recreate what trading is. We just launched the beta a couple of weeks back, but the goal is to add a lot of gamification to this. So you will be able to activate and use your NFTs to have spells in this. You will be able to freeze your opponent, you will be able to get some bonus scores. If you activate the NFT, you will be able to hide the chart for your opponent. The idea is really to gamify trading, that it's not an exact copy of what trading is, but that it's fun to play. And Jaco Poggio just lost the first spot to Pence, so it's pretty active. Dassum just disconnected.
So it's Mario Kart for traders.
It's Mario Kart for traders, exactly, and it's a good point of Mario Kart because here it's for Bitcoin, but the idea is that we're gonna add a battle royale game with 100 people, where every 30 seconds people get eliminated. But to choose the coin on which you're gonna play, it's gonna be the same logic as a Mario Kart, where you select the map. Because in the beginning, you're gonna have 5 options, and people vote, and the one that has the most votes is actually the coin that people are gonna play on. So it's a really good analogy. But so basically, we are trying to create something like Axie Infinity, where people can play the game and earn money by playing the game. And instead of having the Pokemon-like game, here people do games that are related to trading. And the final goal is to really create a game where people can play CryptoPick and earn a salary. Now, I'm more talking about people in third world countries, because for most people here, what you could earn on CryptoPick by playing it every day is not the same as what you could earn by doing a normal job. But in third world countries, well, it's a different level, and what you could earn here is maybe the same or more than what you could earn by doing a simple job. And Joy Kara is leading right now. Dassum is gone again. So don't forget to close your positions to secure some scores. It will be fun if people at the end can show themselves, so we know who's behind the names. We will go until the last names also. So here we're playing with several people in one game, but the normal games are games where people play 1 versus 1, so it's a duel. And we have a system where when you win a game against someone else, you have a rating, just like in chess, that will go up or down, depending if you won or you lost. And right now, every day, the people with the highest rating get some Ethereum as a reward. And well, we're gonna add other rewards, like the player who had the highest score of the day, who played the most games, who had the most winning streaks, but also the one that has the lowest score. So it's the lucky loser, because so for them there is also something to win. But yeah, so here it's really simple, but the goal is to make it pretty complex. Not complex, still easy, but fun. And the game is almost finished, so don't forget to close your position before the end of the game. Otherwise you will just be disqualified, and trust me, all these people are in a position, so they might have a negative score. So even if your score is negative, close it, because you might end up in the top 10. There are also people that just play CryptoPick every day that are in this game, because it was a banner that was visible for everybody. So if somebody... yeah, you're actually playing against pros. Close your position. All right, good job, everyone. So, blah blah. I don't know if it's someone. Really? Nice. Good job, man. Good job. That's cool. Well, we sat together at the table with MetaMask. You're gonna get some first NFT. That's pretty cool. And who's Janessa? Anybody from here? Nice. Good job. Pence? Nice. Very good job. Flatmel? Nice. Cinnamon? Right. Ether? Who's Ether? Nice.
So the winners pay a beer to everyone?
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Sibren? Nice. Folly Briefs. I think that's somebody from CryptoPick, so he's not here. Unless it's a Belgian guy. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, it is you. Shit. Nice. Pagaya? Somebody? Nice. And Ilashem? Nice. Well, so actually you see that you beat people who play it every day, so it's not just a skill game, it's also a bit luck-based. Or you're all pro traders and you don't know it, right? Okay, cool. So that's what the game looks like, so it's easier for you to understand what I'm talking about when I talk about creating a game that's around trading in the crypto markets. And now I'm just going to go through the roadmap really quickly of what we're going to do. So we just launched CryptoPick 2.0. We have community battles, which is what we just did, but which is a really cool tool to onboard other communities into CryptoPick. There are going to be daily challenges that people just have to do to get some rewards in exchange for the time that they spend. And then you're going to need the CryptoPick NFTs to actually play the game. So a bit the same concept as with Axie Infinity, where you need Axies to play. You will also need NFTs to play the game. Now you're gonna tell me, yeah, but somebody in Africa, for example, if he wanna play CryptoPick, he doesn't have the initial money to buy the NFT from CryptoPick to play it. Not worry, because somebody from here could buy some CryptoPick NFTs and put them for lending for these people. So they can just use the NFT, and automatically what that person who doesn't have NFTs, what he earns will be split between two people. So it's also interesting for people who say like, yeah, I cannot earn a salary by paying CryptoPick. Well, no worries, you can still buy NFTs and earn some passive income by helping people out by actually making it possible for them to play the game. Then beginning of next year, Pickies become a token. We're gonna do some more NFT sales. We're not gonna do it immediately because we first want to activate our secondary market of NFTs. We're gonna introduce a Battle Royale game. And then Q2, this is really important, is the Blacksmith. The Blacksmith is the place where our NFTs and our Pickies come together, because people need the NFTs to play CryptoPick, but new NFTs can only be created by using Pickies at the Blacksmith. So it's the same concept as, if you know Axie Infinity, breeding new Axies. Here you can make new CryptoPick NFTs by going to the Blacksmith and paying Pickies, because people will earn Pickies by playing the game. They will be able to sell it to people who need it to make new NFTs, so that these people can give these NFTs to people who want to join it. It's one big circle, circular economy. And then we're gonna launch our DAO. And then Q3, we're gonna introduce team matches and a stock market integration, because now we're talking about crypto and that's pretty cool. But we're also it's also gonna be possible to play this on Tesla or Apple, whatever stock. So that it's more mainstream, I guess, because now it's a pretty niche product, but tomorrow anybody can play. And now we're gonna launch our own marketplace. And that's our roadmap, and then this is our team, so me and Sébastien from Belgium, and all the other people are from everywhere in the world, and all those people actually played CryptoPick, and they were so fan of what we were building that they contacted us to see if they could contribute and help us. And so these are the people behind CryptoPick. So yeah, that's it. And now I'm looking forward to getting your questions.
Wait.
You said the tokens will be like the tokens we are earning now will be as a
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency. How you will deal that like tokenomics? Because like it's now like people I think play a lot and can earn, and then how you can support that.
Well, it's the basic play-to-earn business model. So it means that people earn the cryptocurrency by playing the game. It's important to say that we're not planning to sell any Pickies to investors or people who want to speculate on the value. The only way to get the first Pickies is to play the game. So you need to participate in the whole ecosystem to mine the first pickies. Then after that, of course, you can sell it to somebody who wants to invest in pickies, or you can sell it to another player who wants to use it in the game, right? But all the pickies, well, most of the pickies are going to be used at the blacksmith to create new NFTs. And from all the pickies that go to the blacksmith, a big portion goes back to the reward pool, which rewards the people who play the game. Another part might be burned in the future, so that we reduce the supply of pickies. Another part goes to the DAO, and a small portion goes to the team who develops the project. Because in the end, it's one small source of revenue for us. The other source of revenue for us is all the transactions in NFTs that are being done between people. We take a small commission on this. And yeah, so that's basically the basic tokenomics.
Other questions? Again, I have your own sidechain, like Axie Infinity is using Ronin that has its own.
No, we're using Polygon because we cannot build our own Ronin, simply said. Yeah.
So you need NFTs to play the game, and then you earn pickies.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are there two types of currencies?
Well, the NFTs it's a token, so you could see it as a currency, but it's different because it's non-fungible and every token is unique, and they will also give unique abilities, spells to use in the games. So some of them are really rare, some are less rare, so you can have the NFTs just to customize your profile picture in the platform to show off that you have some cool NFTs, but they will also give you utility in the games, but they will also give you voting power in our DAO, because our DAO will be based on both the pickies and the NFTs. So if you do have NFTs and you have pickies, you get more voting power in the DAO.
Yeah, over there. Need to run. Crypto run.
Yes, sorry, I've never played any of those games you're talking about. Just my understanding. You said that people are going to win a small salary by playing the games, but where does the money come from? I mean, where is the outside financing of this? Because does the sum of the money of all the salaries is by definition smaller than the sum of money people invested, because you have to pay for your commissions and everything else. So a small minority of people would win some salaries and everybody else will pay. Mm-hmm. That's great.
Yeah, no, basically it's a Ponzi scheme, so you start in the no, I mean, it's a joke. I mean, that's what a lot of people could think, that it looks like a Ponzi scheme or whatever, but the essence is that we are now living in a world where game studios, people who make games, give a game to the people, and people buy a lot of items in the game, and they spend a lot of money, and all that money goes directly to that gaming studio, right? Here the idea is really that the items in the games and everything around the game goes directly to the players, and that's the end goal. But to give an answer to your question, so people who play the game and earn pickies, that money comes from people who are ready to invest in the whole ecosystem because they believe in the future of that ecosystem, right? Because Axie Infinity, I invested in the land sale of Axie Infinity, which was 3 years ago. Nobody believed in the project. I talked about it with 100 people, only one guy invested in it, and everybody was laughing like, what the fuck is this shit? And it didn't take off immediately. I mean, the lands were still available for 1 year, and you could buy lands cheaper from other people than from Axie Infinity itself. But at some point, people realized that people can earn some money if we invest in NFTs that we can lend to these people so that they can actually bootstrap the game, because most people who wanted to play the game didn't have the initial investment to do so, right? So without having investors who invest in the game because they believe in the future of the game, there would be no money. Because if somebody plays the game, earns pickies, but nobody buys the pickies behind the scenes because nobody believes in what we are building, and they don't see the necessity to make new NFTs because there are not enough players, it doesn't work, right? It's pretty complex. I mean, it's not a 100% guaranteed working formula. This whole concept is pretty new, and only Axie Infinity is the biggest example because it's just fucking crazy, the numbers that they generate, because they created a revenue in 3 months of almost $1 billion. That's them. But on top of that, everybody in the whole ecosystem could profit from the whole thing growing up, right? But it's pretty complex, and that's the big question I would say with the whole play-to-earn business model is, will it last? Can it last? And that only the future will tell. But I think one thing is key, is that the game is really good in itself, and that the game continues to develop itself so that people who invest in the whole space believe in the future of it, and of new people keep on joining the game, having fun playing the game, and so the whole thing could keep on running and yes, be self-sufficient if you want.
Other questions? I think this is actually quite fascinating because the whole thing we're talking about, like you said at the beginning of your answer, is that today there are plenty of businesses that work very well, like the Blizzard, right, with World of Warcraft and other studios like that. But then the money is only being captured by mostly the shareholders of those companies. And so what's really new about this crypto world is that actually every single person who contributes to the game, whether by playing, by investing or whatever, is becoming a shareholder. And so that's where the real crypto revolution is. It's about moving from a world with a very limited number of shareholders, the 1%, to a world where actually the 99% get to also have shares of all the platforms that we contribute to make successful. Yeah, question over there.
Did you open source the game?
Nope, it's not open source.
Because I can imagine if you want to get, the goal is to get more and more people involved, like, besides playing, like, making the game better through open source contribution could be a way to drive a bit the community even more.
Yeah, it's the goal of the DAO at some point. I mean, if you look at what a DAO to what it evolves, I mean, DAO is still a pretty early concept. I mean, it looks really cool on paper, but trust me, in reality, it's a bit more complex to give the power to everybody who uses the platform anyway. But until now, we've always developed a product based on the feedback of the users, right? And getting that to the next level for us is having people who actually own Pickies and NFTs, that their vote, that what they think has even more impact, right? But it means that in one way or another, they kind of can dictate what we will develop for them, right? Well, dictate is really a wrong word, but you get what I mean. But in a later stage, the idea is that the DAO will have its own Pickies fund, and they can invest in anybody else who wants to contribute and develop something for CryptoPick. Right now, we are not open source, but it could be that we become way more open and what you would be thinking of in the future. But right now, it's just way easier to develop it in a small environment and to just listen to the feedback.
All right, one last question. Can you shout? The question is, who do you need to hire in your team? What's next?
Yeah, it's a good question. To say, guys, we've been working on CryptoPick for 2.5 years now. We just launched this new version because it's a pivot from what we did before. By actually joining the kernel acceleration program, we figured out that what we were doing was not going to work out, so we did a complete switch. And we are currently preparing to see VCs to raise some money because we need to grow the team, because we until now we've always been self-funded, bootstrapping the project, so we've put all our money and time into this project. But now with what we have, we believe we want to go mainstream and big market, and we're looking especially for people with biz dev skills and marketing and communication skills, because I mean, I've been in the space in 2015, and every year again I'm like, yeah, the fundamentals are gonna matter the most. But the reality is that marketing, communication, community is the biggest and most important aspect of most projects today. And it's just to create some big fundamental, some good basics under a project. So yeah, we're hiring somebody who can help us develop the business, somebody who can help us with the marketing and the communication, and also a developer. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you see, like, there's plenty of opportunities. If you want to work in the space that people are hiring, look it up. especially now, more and more people are looking for remote jobs, flexible hours, and all of that. All of that DAOs can offer all of those different projects. So we get to the last part of the evening where we're gonna do unconference-style conversation tables. I have big posters here, and so what I'm gonna ask you is what topics would you like to discuss more? Maybe there's been some, with the presentations you've heard, you wanna get deeper into a specific topics. Maybe there are some keywords that you didn't really understand, like what the heck is a DAO? Everybody's talking about DAO, what is that? Who is willing to basically take the lead on a conversation, basically? Raise your hand. Don't be shy. Come on, we need you. Good. So, what topic do you want to discuss?
I thought after what we discussed today.
Actually, come here. You just come here, and yeah, and then we can write it down on.
One topic I think would be interesting after what we saw today would be kind of like the environment. Like, what are some technologists around the world doing to make Bitcoin more sustainable? I think this is super important because your project is really cool. And I think from what you answered, that's one of the main issues to get the trust of people within that industry that don't understand crypto. It's how can we get people that know about these topics, discuss them with us and explain what are these technologies building to make this infrastructure more sustainable.
Great. Climate and blockchain. That's a great topic. Take a pen right here. And you can take the table there, brown table.
That's fine.
It's a topic. Another topic to discuss. Yeah. DAO topic is a great topic. So DAO, climate, another table, another topic, conversation. Yeah.
I don't understand it, but I'm really interested in this gaming business model that you talked about.
Gaming, all the crypto gaming.
Crypto gaming business model and financing. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested if someone understands it.
Great, that's a phenomenal topic. Axie Infinity is really big. There is the Sandbox, Illuvium, and now CryptoPick. So crypto games, great topic. Can you just come and take a piece and then a table? Like maybe you can go into that table and I'll give you one piece of paper and. So one thing I'm going to ask you actually at each table is you have a marker, you have a big poster, is to write like the few ideas that comes up during the conversation so that we can share them afterwards. All right, maybe one or two more conversations. Like what are you interested in this crypto space? Yeah. Yeah, there were two on the same line, but yeah.
So I want to talk about the history of blockchain Bitcoin.
Okay, for the historians out there who want to learn more about the history of Bitcoin and in that particular case I'm not familiar with, but so yeah, we can maybe take the other table over there, and then there was another person behind you. Yeah. NFTs. Yeah, NFTs. Yeah, that's always, there were a lot of people at the beginning about NFTs, so that's another good topic. Maybe you can take the third table here, the one just actually where you are. Okay, great. So if you don't have a piece of paper, take a marker, and then for all the other people, get a refill, and then go join one of the tables and have a great conversation. And then in 30 minutes, we're gonna wrap it up and then share what has been discussed.